Good morning to all. Today we'll take a small topic on the overview of the compilation. In the process of overview of the compilation, first of all, we need to identify a language processing system. Now we'll see what is the meaning of a language process system as part of the compiler or compilation. Programming languages are generally used to instruct us the ideas to the computer. Computer cannot understand the natural language. That means it can understand only the binary or machine languages in terms of the zeros and ones. Here we required a language translator system to make system software in order to make the system software that converts code from one form of the language to the other form of the language. Okay. For example, we required such a language translators like compilers, interpreters, and assemblers. These language translators converts the high-level language in the general notation of the any programming language, converts into a form that can be understood by the machine. That means the high language will be converted into in terms of zeros and ones, so that the program can be translated and executed on the machine that can convert into a required form of the output. Okay. Here we'll see what it contains, the natural language processing system, in what way it converts in a high language into low level language in terms of zeros and ones. Here the skeleton system, the language processing system contains source program. It can be a skeletal source program will be given to the preprocessor of the system. The preprocessor will do all the required things that language suitable or source program suitable for the compiler as input, so that the compiler can convert the given program into the target assembly program. In the part of the assembly program, the converted zeros and ones of the high-level language will be converted into relocatable machine code, so that it can be executed and it can derive the required output suitable for the machine. Okay. Finally, that whatever the code will be placed at the suitable place in the RAM, so that it can be loaded and linked to the required editor. Required resources will be allocated. Required library function can be available to the given compiler, and finally it will be converted into the object file. We call it as an absolute machine code. We call it as an absolute machine code. So what it contains is this preprocessor system. First of all, it makes the given program suitable for compilation. Okay. This preprocessor produces the required input to the compiler after removing all the unnecessary information. So the preprocessor system contains microprocessing or macro processing systems that will be identified to condense or enlarge required given input program. Okay, so that what it means is the macro processing, what it do. A preprocessor may allow us to users to define macros that are shorthands for the longer constructs. Whenever required, we can represent a given program into the short terms of the macros. Similarly, it uses next file inclusions. A preprocessor may include header files. It will be stored in the compilers installed programs. Required functions or functionalities that will be stored in the files in the system, installed directories, wherever necessary we can utilize. A preprocessor may include header files into the program text. A rational preprocessor, then we can use these preprocessors augment older languages, maybe because we may use outdated compilers also. Still, we can use rational preprocessor that will convert into the compiler's required form. that these preprocessor augment older languages with more modern flow of control and data structure facilities. Finally, this we can utilize language extensions. These preprocessor attempt to add capabilities to the language by certain amounts to built-in macros. Okay.